Were you surprised how big the first interview got?
Yeah, man, it went crazy. It went crazy for sure.
It's at like 3.2, 3.3 million views
Yeah,
right
actually,
now.
I looked at it today.
And actually, out of all the interviews that VladTV has ever done since 2008, this has been the biggest interview we've ever done.
For real?
Bigger than Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa, Ja Rule, Ashanti, like everything.
Yeah, we shook it up.
Yeah, I think that it was a combination of a lot of people being interested in your story and the things that you said and the timing of it and everything else like that. It all came together. What really kind of surprised me was the feedback that I got from the viewers, because when we did the interview and I said, I don't know how people are going to take this. I don't know whether people are going to side with him, side against him. Like, you don't really know. But what I did find was that most people actually appreciated your honesty.
Yeah, that was real cool. Like, a lot of people came to me like, yo, what you said on Vlad, like, that was awesome. Like, you were just honest about it, you're real about it, whatever. So, yeah.
More people were mad at me. The people felt like I was mean to you.
I get that so much. People are like, yo, you did great on that Vlad interview, but he's a dick. And I'm like, why? What did he do?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's what I got more than anything else, which is fine.
Yeah, it's whatever.
I
get it all day.
I'm good with that. So were you overall surprised by people's reaction?
To the interview?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it was cool. I mean, there was both sides, but it was a lot of like the people that were just like, yo, it's awesome that you were just super honest about it. So, yeah, that was awesome.
So, I think what made the interview really interesting and what made it different than pretty much every other hip-hop interview is that there's been a lot of artists out there that rap about certain things. And when they're asked about, you know, the whole keeping it real aspect of it, about whether they actually did it, they not did it, they dance around the topics.
Yeah.
And some people get somewhat exposed later on in their careers. You know, some people get called studio gangsters. Some people, you know, other people come forward and say that never really happened. This person ain't really about that. You know, this person really went to private school or Catholic school and whatever else. But you actually were the first rapper to come out from jump and say, I don't live any of the stuff that I rap about.
Yeah, right.
Now, why did you decide to go that route?
I mean, I figured like, I mean, for one, I just make music. Like, I don't really do this stuff, so obviously there's no point in lying about it. And also, lying about it is only gonna like bring me negative, you know, nonsense. It's not gonna, you know, bring anything positive in my view. So I just didn't see the point in lying about it, really.
I mean, did you know I was gonna ask you those questions beforehand?
Oh yeah, I was ready for that. I assumed that was gonna be what I got asked about. So I was just like, yeah, I'm ready to just.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and just be, you know, say any. I mean, that's how I am in life, though. Like in anything, like anybody that knows me will tell you, like I don't lie about anything. Like if you come up and ask me a question, I will just be blatantly honest about anything because I don't really care. Like it's a lot easier to just be honest about everything than get caught up in lies. Because the more you lie, the more you gotta lie to cover up your last lie. So it never really stops.
The spider web.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to just be honest about
deceit.
everything.
So you basically came in the interview and said, okay, Vlad's gonna ask me about all this street shit.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell him I ain't about this street shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it actually kind of worked out.
Yeah, it went great.
The fans reacted one way. Some of the rappers reacted a little bit differently.
Yep.
Did that surprise you?
No, a lot of rappers, you know, either whether they are about it or they're not about it, and they, you know, they do lie about it. Yeah, I expected a lot of rappers to be upset about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did that affect you?
Not at all. I don't really care. Yeah, that's their opinion is their opinion, and until it affects me directly, I don't really care.
Okay. So since our last interview, what's really changed in your life?
For one, now I get paid to do this stuff. Like I come out like all over the country now and do shows all over the place, and you know, this is like my job now, so it's awesome.
Okay.
It's a blessing.
And your manager Tim mentioned that you actually have booked a national tour.
Yeah, we have the tour coming up. We're doing the East Coast leg like December-ish and into January, and then we have the West Coast tour coming up.
Okay, so how many cities?
I don't actually know, a lot of cities.
I think I saw a list. I think it was like, I saw at least a dozen.
Oh yeah, I know the East Coast alone is over like, it's around 20 or something, and then we got the West Coast ones, another like equal.
So like 40 cities.
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
How many shows have you done so far?
I don't know, probably like 10 or 15 maybe, like 10-ish.
Okay. Which, when you look at rappers in general, it takes years for a rapper to get to the point of actually getting a paid show.
Yeah.
Most rappers start out opening up for bigger artists, and usually when they're opening up for bigger artists, they get nothing. Sometimes rappers even have to pay to open up for bigger artists, just for the exposure aspect of it. But you actually came out getting paid shows.
Yeah, that hit me. Like the first time we actually like did like a headline, like it was our show, it was crazy to me because I realized like I skipped so many steps. Like I jumped straight to like, we're getting paid to do like 3 songs right now, opposed to where people do like, they've got crazy amounts of music and they're, just opening for people still. Sure.
When you did your first paid show, have you ever done a show before, period?
Yeah, we did one while we were out in, my first time in LA. We did one show for free. That was because we were supposed to do the Keith show, and the cops shut it down. So that night we just went out and did another show just to have it, just to be doing something that night.
So before that time, you've never actually performed in front of an audience?
No, that was my first time performing, like, period.
Okay.
And it was crazy. It was like a big, like, they converted a warehouse into a club, and so there was like waves of people, and that was my first show. Like, it was insane.
So what was it like to actually step onto a stage for the first time?
It was fun. It was fun. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Did you actually perform your songs live, or did you perform over the actual, just kind of rap over the song itself?
I mean, we have like performance tracks where like it's turned down or whatever. Like the backup vocal's still there or whatever, but it's turned down a lot. Like, yeah, I actually like perform it.
Okay. So as you started doing more shows, you became more comfortable with it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and every show just gets like more and more like the comfortability level of doing it. Like last night I did a show and I was just like, it was just natural.
Okay. So how many songs do you perform now?
Right now we're just doing 3. We have a couple more like ready to perform, but it's like these shows that are already booked are just like 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 song sets. When the tour comes, we're gonna be doing like 6 songs. So.
Okay. So when you perform the songs, does the audience know the words?
That first show we did out in LA, it went insane when we did Drill Time for the first time. Like how it had the little stint at the beginning of the song and then it drops out. That first little stint, the crowd went insane. It was awesome.
Okay. How did the women react to it?
They're cool. They're very yeah.
Any interesting stories?
No interesting stories.
No interesting stories?
No interesting stories.
Why do I not believe you right now?
Yeah. All right. The only interesting story. A chick did drive like 6 hours. Like I was with her when we had a show in Florida, and the next time we had a show out in Atlanta, and so I was texting her or whatever, and I just said something like along the lines of like, "It's too bad you don't live out here," and she was like, "Oh, I'll be there," and she drove 6 hours just to come hang out again in Atlanta. So that was cool.
Did you guys hang out after the show?
Yeah. That's what, like, we hung out after the Florida show, and then she came and she hung out for the whole time we were in Atlanta.
The whole time?
Yeah. She stayed like a couple days or whatever. She was chilling.
Okay. Anything crazy happen in terms of female fans or anything of that sort?
Nah, not for real. Nothing crazy.
No, there's no Slim Jesus tattoos?
Yeah, no tattoos yet.
Floating
We're working
out there.
on it. We're working on it.
No drill
Getting
time?
some stripper tattoos.
Some stripper tattoos?
We're working on it.
Okay.
There was a mutual friend in Dallas who had worked with Lonzo in some capacity as a DJ. And when the Boys in the Hood record started to get some action, this dude brought those guys to Dallas.
I ain't blow up because my shit look real and authentic. Not no foolery. Motherfuckers using CO2 guns and shit, boy. Nah, man. Nah. No. It ain't like that.